Hey, what's up YouTube? This is Startoad, and today I'm going to be talking about how to raise your vibration. So, I'm going to be going over a lot of different ways of doing it. Now, naturally, the first thing is things that you can do regarding your physical body. So, yeah, let's get into that. Regarding your physical body, one of the things that's going to increase or raise your vibration the most is having it be healthier, because the natural state of everything raises in vibration. It's like kind of reverse entropy almost. So, yeah. Well, not reverse entropy, it actually is entropy. It's energy. Anyway, everything raises in vibration. Okay? Everything goes to a state of higher vibration, higher dimensionality. And when your body is functioning the way it's supposed to, it begins to release hormones and chemicals that allow your mental state to better reflect your energetic state, which will raise your vibration because your energetic state is your higher self. So, I actually have a video series going, like a series of videos about the same topic called The Spiritual Diet. And it's going to be a bunch of different parts. And basically that is going to be like the healthiest diet for your body, from what I have found in my own research. So, and it actually is research, it's not just Googling stuff. Well, technically I have to access everything through Google, but like it's good research. It's like PubMed, Harvard, and Yale research studies and experiments and other things like that. So, yeah. So you're going to want to do your own research and find out what diet would be healthiest for your body in order to raise your vibration. And also, another thing is your mental state itself. If you're constantly in like a stressful environment where it is increasingly hard to function, and it's just increasingly like the weight keeps getting heavier and you can't really function there, it's going to be nearly impossible to raise your vibration in that kind of environment. So you also have to adapt to your environment. If you can't entirely abandon that kind of environment, you have to adapt to it. So a way to do that is to practice looking at things in a different light. And a way to do that is like this. I use this a lot nowadays. So it's anything that's not enjoyable, or anything that really just makes you not want to be in that situation. In any situation that seems impossible to get out of, or like you're really in a cramp, if you just step away and look at the big picture for a second, if you can actually do that, that's kind of a hard thing to do. If you can just step away and look at the big picture, you'll realize that all that stuff is actually happening as a track to kind of something better. Like the swing of a pendulum to the right is equal to the swing to the left, okay? You get shown the opposite before you get shown the end result, okay? So everything that you can't stand, and everything that doesn't feel right, that you feel total resistance to, that you don't want to even be in the situation of, is actually just there as a track to where you're meant to be in this life. So, and not just that, you might realize that, well, if you just start doing that, you'll realize a lot of things, okay? So, and then another thing is shadow work. and I have more than one videos about shadow work, I think, and I'll probably make more in the future. So you can just go on you can click on my channel name and try to scroll through my videos and find shadow work, or you can just look up stellar toad shadow work, and it should pull it up. So yeah. And then another thing is meditation. Well, it wasn't originally a meditation because I learned this technique from Teal Swan, one of her videos, and it wasn't originally a meditation in that video, but you can make it kind of a meditation by okay, it has to do with a phoenix, and no, not an actual phoenix, it's a symbolic phoenix. And the way a phoenix does is it burns its body away, and from the ashes, it starts totally new. Okay? Don't burn yourself, because that will hurt, especially if it's 2nd or 3rd degree. I'm not talking about actual fire, okay? Totally metaphoric. Oh, metaphorical? Metaphoric? Anyway, it's a metaphor. So, what this meditation is basically, it has to do with anger. Anger is actually one aspect of what's it called? The solar plexus, or the power center. It's like the battery that runs your physical body. It's the 3rd chakra that has to do with the 3rd dimension and power. So, yeah. Anger comes from that chakra, and also power comes from that chakra, because its physical manifestation is the adrenal glands. They produce adrenaline. Adrenaline can make you very focused. It can make you very strong and powerful, and it can also make you so angry to the point that you're basically insane temporarily. So, yeah, this meditation has to do with that. So basically, you allow the anger to totally take over. Like, you don't try to extinguish the anger at all. You also don't try to fuel it. You just kind of allow the anger completely alone. Like, you don't do this when anyone's around, because you'll look like a bluttering fool. Bluttering? Bluttering is not a word, is it? It sounds like a word, but actually it doesn't sound like a word, and it's not a word. So, blabbering, that's what I was trying to say. You'll sound and look like a blabbering fool that is angry for no reason when you do this meditation. So do it totally alone, because it is a form of shadow work, kind of. And basically, you're just allowing anger to completely consume your whole energetic system. And when you do this, what's going to happen is anything in your life that doesn't actually serve you or do any good, and anything in your life that's really not good for you and that you're not meant to be a part of, your connections to that will be burned up, metaphorically. Again, fire is just the best metaphor for this thing. So, when you do this meditation, basically the anger destroys your ties to everything that you don't need to have ties to, or that you're not meant to have ties to in this life. So, it could be like a relationship, or a food addiction, or anything else. So then, after the anger dissipates and your adrenal glands stop producing adrenaline, what'll happen is, after that, you'll actually see mental scarring underneath that, and that mental scarring you can then work through. You can then bring it from anger, and then you can bring it to grief, and then after grief you can kind of bring it to acceptance that it happened and it's okay because it's in the past and everything. Don't force yourself to accept it. Just naturally float into accepting it. So, and then you can just basically raise the vibration of whatever grief you're feeling after the anger burns out. And so, yeah, it's like a phoenix meditation. And that'll also help raise your vibration. Another thing is exercise. Your body, when you exercise, your brain and your endocrine system start producing norepinephrine, epinephrine, and serotonin. All those things are either responsible for balancing your hormones, or exactly one of them is a hormone responsible for the feeling of happiness or bliss. These hormones are all classified as reward hormones, and basically they're controlled by your energetic guidance system in your higher self. And so when you're going in the direction of where your higher self wants you to go, your body and brain will start producing norepinephrine, epinephrine, and serotonin and other chemicals like that. And exercise is something that's incredibly healthy for the body. And because the body is a layer of your aura, or your energetic system, because everything is energy, having a healthier body is always going to be a good direction to go in. And it'll also increase your lifespan. This is a good thing. Some of you probably don't think it's a good thing, but this is a good thing because the longer your lifespan is, the more time you have on Earth to fulfill whatever purpose you have in this incarnation of yourself. So, yeah. Exercise basically produces happy hormones in your brain, and that's a good thing. So, when your vibration starts raising, that only means that you're pointing more in the direction of where you're supposed to be pointing in this lifetime. And when that happens, your higher self signals your brain to start producing these things, and your endocrine system to start producing these things. So, yeah, and then there's another thing. Cold showers just feel great to me. I don't know. Well, okay. If cold showers don't feel great, they kind of suck. But after you get out of the cold shower, that feels great. And so cold showers produce epinephrine and norepinephrine and serotonin in my brain. They make me feel better when I get out. They make me feel fresh, like my body can move around better. And cold showers have health benefits also. So when your brain starts producing things like that, it's always a sign that that is a direction that you should be going in. Now, don't get me wrong. There are cases when your brain produces these things at times when it's not supposed to, when neurons misfire. So your higher self can be sending the correct signals to your brain, and your brain can have some kind of mutation in it that's genetic in the third dimension, and it won't fire right, and things get all scrambled up then. So, yeah, I'm not saying that that's always something that you should be doing. That is, like, I'll give you an example. Your brain might produce a surge of dopamine when you consume substances, okay? But that's not necessarily a good thing, because that's just a chemical that is forcing your body to make this chemical be produced, which causes some substances to naturally be addictive. And so that's an example where that's not really your higher self telling you that you should be doing that substance, but it's actually forcing your physical body to produce a chemical. So, yeah, there are certain substances that are just addictive and produce dopamine in nature, but yeah, whenever your body naturally produces those kind of chemicals, whenever it naturally okay, produces those kind of chemicals, that is normally going to be a sign that you're in the correct direction of where you're supposed to be going in this lifetime. So, yeah, I'm gonna leave it at that. This is Stellar Toad. Leave a like, subscribe, and comment. I hope you liked the video, and goodbye. Leave a like and subscribe, and also leave a comment.